You are great, God of Rapek, you are great. You are so great, God of Rapek, you are great. Unsearchable are your ways, miraculous are your works. Unsearchable are your ways, miraculous are your works. Oh God of Rapek, you are great. 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 You are great. God of Rapek, you are great. You are great. God of Rapek, you are great. Unsearchable are your ways. Miraculous are your works. Unsearchable are.
Olọ́nà ayọ̀ mi, ọlọ́run gbé yín sórí ọ̀nà tó dára. Ilẹ̀ rírọ̀ kìkì ìyọ̀nẹ́lẹ́, mo dúró lé Kristi àpáta. Mo yege ní tèmi ò mo yege, ilé Olúwa mo yege. Ara ẹ̀ bá mi yọ̀ yìí o, mo yege. Ẹ bá mi yọ̀ lórí yìí, mo yege. Òun olùṣọ́ àgùntàn mi, mo yege. Ọmọ Màríà mo yege. Òun nìkan lólùgbàlà mi, mo yege. Ẹ bá mi yọ̀ mo yege, mo yege. Mo yege, mo yege. Ẹ bá mi yọ̀ lórí yìí, mo yege. As you're sitting down there, you're going to bow your head and pray to God. God, speak to me. Break my stony heart. Speak the language that my heart will understand. Open your mouth and pray. In Jesus Christ's mighty name we pray. Amen. Heavenly Lord, we thank you this moment that we are going to hear your word from thy throne again. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. We bless your holy name. Lord, everything that will distract or affect the service today, Lord, take them away. Amen. Lord, take dominion. Amen. Take control. Amen. Perfect everything in this place. Amen. In Jesus Christ's mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. This day, I don't know how to come into your understanding with what is going on presently in the whole wide world. Because the issue will become so terrible very soon that even the unbeliever will not be able to bear it. Not only the believer, because it's no more coming to end, it's already at the end. This is not the story that is of his coming. It's now already at the end. And that means anything can happen at any time from now. I never pray to be alive by now. Talk less of later. But God warned me to still be here. Maybe some of us will be rescued from the terror and the anger of God in total doom that will soon be unleashed on the planet Earth. According to what the book of Matthew says in chapter 24, as I read chapter 24, I'm reading verse 15. So when you see standing in the holy place, the abomination that caused desolation spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountain. Let no one on the roof of the house go down to take anything out of the house. Let no one in the field go back to get his clothes. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Pray that your flight will not take place in winter or on the Sabbath. 21. For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equal again. 22. In those days, that's the passage I'm pointing to. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. Have you ever seen Bible exaggerating before? It's not an exaggeration. In fact, it's not even up to the statement. It's understatement. It's only understatement. Say no one will survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be short. Be shortened. Hey. Let me tell you this. You see this passage we just read. I'm afraid maybe it's about to come to pass. Because I stumbled on some articles on my WhatsApp, a prophecy of a woman talking about Trump. They may not allow him to come the second time, this or that. Whatever she said means that something may come faster than it's supposed to be. And my plea unto the Lord is that He should give us few more years to rearrange. Even though it's just 5 years, I think we can still do something there. Because the way things is going on, in fact, the people that get the real information of what is going on, some people have sent message to them on WhatsApp. Many people is saying maybe we should relocate from America back to Nigeria so that we go inside bush where we can isolate ourselves and prepare for the worst before the worst will come. Because if you have the true picture of what is about to happen, you will regret being alive this time. Listen, everybody. When this lockdown started, many people think it's 2 weeks. But from the beginning, I've been saying it. This lockdown is not a matter of 1 month. It's not a matter of 1 month. Only God knows how long it will be. And I don't know about other countries, but right here in Nigeria, we are not really locking down for Corona. Because if we are being locked down for Corona, some politician or government will not bring a truck of bag of rice into the market or open place, and people in thousands are dragging. They are throwing it to them as if somebody throwing food to dog. They are throwing it to them. 40 people will jump to catch one small, maybe 15 kilo of rice or something, or 10 kilo. Like 20 people will jump to catch it. So there are so much crowd. People in thousands are out there trying to grab it because hunger is killing. Hunger has taken over Corona. Nobody think about Corona in Nigeria anymore. All what we are thinking in Nigeria is how to eat. And if we are locked down so that we don't contact corona, and there's nothing to keep us at home, then our government is not doing anything here. That means there's another agenda unknown that is worse and greater than corona that is coming. The prophecy come right and left, and even what God told me, something coming after corona is bigger than corona. Not only that, my people, if care is not taken, this lockdown may lead us into cashless policy. And if this lockdown should end into cashless policy, there are no more story. Because now many people buy and sell in transfer system, banking, internet banking system, by transferring money to each other, and this has brought about it made them to know that we are good in transacting, because the fear before is that if you bring cashless policy, how will these people cope? Do they know how to do it? Do they do this? Now they know that many people know how to do it. This cashless policy, do you know what it means at all? Cashless policy is what will lead us and ease us into Antichrist kingdom. I will explain it to you. Number one, if there's nothing like cashless, and they say everybody must collect microchip implanted or mark of CCC before you can touch your money in the bank, the next thing people will decide is they will stop taking their money to bank and keep their money in the house and buy and sell with their money without going to bank. They will prefer the risk of armed robber than the risk of mark of CCCs. So the only way to control people by force, because nobody can survive without money. So the next thing is to make sure all the paper currency and coin is useless. So when you cannot pay, buy with money, or sell and collect money, then you will be forced to go to bank, because this UPS that they are carrying up and down, that you will press something and the money will go to account, or do this, and when they want to give you change, there's something they will press, your own money too will go to, your own change will go to your own account too. That is what is on ground now. Recently I went to my GT bank without my ATM card, just thumbprint and fingerprint. You can withdraw your money. It's just, I told you several times that whenever the kingdom of darkness want to do something, they will do something to test it, if you like it. All those one is to prepare us. It's just like they take somebody to primary school to learn ABC. After ABC, 2-letter word. After 2-letter word, 3-letter word. Then you started reading by yourself, doing composition, and writing essay, all those things. Then you can become teacher, writer, professor, and whatever. That's the same process they are taking us through. Very soon, you will understand that the meaning of original BVM. BVM is not yet working. By the time it starts working, you will know why you are forced to get BVM. There's nothing bad in it now, but later you will see the danger in it very soon. What I'm saying here is this: this cashless policy will get us used to this Antichrist kingdom, because cashless policy will control everyone to buy and sell under banking system. Cashless policy will force every man to buy and sell under banking system. If you want to buy a pen, you will go through bank, because anywhere you do the transaction, bank will know. If you want to sell anything, you want to give somebody money, you cannot give your brother, manage this 500 naira for your transportation. No, the money will go straight to account, and any money go to account, bank must involve, because banking system, all bank in the whole world, they will be the biggest office and operation center for the kingdom of Antichrist, because kingdom of Antichrist cannot operate without banking system. So to buy, to sell, everything, every financial transaction must go through bank, because there will be no more cash. So either you are educated or illiterate, they will do it in a way that it will be easy for you to do it. So by the time shitting now come, Oga, help me press 25,000. That is how much I want to pay. And they now press 35,000. So when this shitting now started coming, they will now say, okay, because of so much fraud, cheating, we are doing it in an easier way. You don't need UPS again. You don't need ATM, this one again. You don't need ATM machine again. You don't need anything again. Everybody take microchip, this implanted. When you take it, whatever amount you want, just say it to your hand, I want to pay 30,000 for this big bag. And immediately you will go straight to your account, because that thing will recognize your voice, only your voice. If 20 people surrounded you and mentioning money to work, so, and this will please everybody. Everybody will be happier. If you are buying or selling, you don't need to stay in the shop. You can open your shop and go and sleep, because whosoever that want to buy from you, he must use the microchip in the hand to do it. You can even program your door that only this one can open this one door. Anybody that I do not want cannot open my door. So far you program it at your door, you just go and sleep. In fact, the fridge you will be using then will be programmed fridge. Nobody can open your fridge to take your minerals without the name and the people you program them. So many things. In fact, it will make it easier. And by then, flying car will be everywhere. So they will give us assurance of protection, security, no accident, nothing. And to your surprise, you see it happening. And one pastor from nowhere will now say, it's not good, oh, don't take it, oh, come and join me to soar. Because the genuine Christian of God, that moment they will have been in the wilderness, running from mountain to valley, running next day for their life. I'm talking about real Christian, not just people going to church, people that really know the truth. No matter how sweet it will be by them, they will never feel the sweetness, because you have been terrible by them. This all is what is awaiting us now. There's nothing better waiting for us. Like my message I said before, it's not last year or year before. I say it's not going to be better. It's only going to be worse. Some people say I'm releasing curse. Either cause or reality is happening. So if we are still spending cash and you can't be faithful just on little amounts, by the time we now go to cashless policy, by the time they start cashless, they may not introduce the microchip at first, but that will be the next step after cashless. Yay. That is why I sing that song. Ìgbàgbọ́ mi wọ ìwọ ọ̀dàgùtàn olùgbàlà jọ̀wọ́ àdúrà mi lẹ́sẹ̀ mi gbogbo lọ. Èmi láti nílò ìjẹ́ sí rẹ̀. Look. This is not the time of big dream. Aim high. Your aim cannot be higher than Antichrist program this time. No more higher aim. The only aim that can be higher is to aim rapture. If you miss your target on rapture, no more dream, no more destiny, no more future. Every man's destiny will cease. Every man's destiny will come to end. Only man will dictate the destiny of everyone living on the surface of earth. It's been long we have been begging you, give your life to Christ, receive Holy Spirit. It's time for the people that do not have Holy Spirit to cry and bite their tongue. It's time to hit your teeth, because a man without Holy Spirit will seriously suffer this time. And the people that are coming to deceive the elect, that want God to make it fast, they are not coming with horns on their head. So-called anointed pastors that have manifest in miracles. People you thought they are preaching holiness like we preach. You will see them telling you, the Lord told me this microchip implanted is not the mark of 666. You remember in 2015 when I told you this what God said, did it come to pass? They say it come to pass. You remember in 2018 when I said God said it, did it come to pass? It come to pass. In 2019 when I told you this what will happen, did it come to pass? It come to pass. And the same Lord told me that this microchip implanted is not the mark of 666. So did you believe me? I said, it is true, because all your prophecies coming to pass. For that alone, many saints will fall for this trap. Because of this, God wants to make the day short. Because when I went to our headquarters last week to do some recording in my studio, my evangelical team that go out there giving me a report, they say, people that are not going to work, they are available in the streets. When they started preaching in the streets, people come out in numbers in the streets and listening to their message, and people are started asking their question. A man that had been going to church from birth, a Catholic member, was asking one of my evangelists, say, is it truly hellfire is existing? Somebody that been a Christian from birth, a Catholic member, asking with all seriousness, is it truly hellfire is existing? My evangelist said he thought this man is making a joke of him. Say, how can a Christian by birth be asking me, is it true hellfire is existing? Is it truly somebody will die and go to hell? So such a person that did not know the existence of hell, who will tell him not to collect mark of 666? In fact, he will not even know the meaning of that. I've said it before on radio program. There's a pastor that a general overseer of a ministry that have Bible college. We come in conversation and he was asking me, Evangelist, do you really need this beautiful? He said, Evangelist, have you been to America before? Have you been to London before? Have you ever seen how beautiful those places? I said, yes, they are beautiful. He said, as beautiful as those countries, do you believe our merciful God can truly destroy this world? He said, can this world be so beautiful like that and this God will now destroy it? Is it possible? No. Our God is mercy. Such beautiful things God cannot destroy. A whole general overseer of a ministry and somebody that holds Bible college. Then tell me, if the founder of a ministry that have thousands of members yet do not believe that what the book of 2 Peter say, that this world will be consumed by fire, he does not believe it is true. Even what Matthew 24 verse 1 and 2 say, that one stone will not stand on another, everything will come down. He does not believe. So he just carry Bible as a textbook. He does not believe some things in it. Then what is he doing by establishing church? He go further. Say, evangelist, show me. Is it through that place called hellfire? Human being will go there, or only demon? I said, then what are you reading in your Bible? The book of Revelation 20 say a book is open, another one is open. Anyone that his name is not found written in the book of life shall be thrown to the lake of fire. He said, how? He asked me many questions that an idol worshipper cannot even ask. So at the end of this conversation, all I have in my heart is pity to so-called his member. And who are the people that will be trapped under such fake pastor? The only people that will be trapped under them are the people that love freedom. They don't want people, they don't want anything difficult. They want everything to be easy. They don't want anybody to talk about how they dress. They don't want anybody to caution them on how they walk, what they do after service, where a child of God must go, where a child of God must not go, what a child of God must wear, what a child of God must not hear. People that doesn't like it. They want to serve God the way it pleases them, not the way it pleases God. Because anybody that want to please God, he will make research. What will I do to please God? Those people did not go to church to please God. They go to church where the God of the church will please them. They go for themselves, they didn't go for God. To please themselves, not to please God. Those are the people that will be trapped under fake leaders. But the people that really want to please God, that want to do what God wants, they will keep on searching. And any instruction given to them, no matter how difficult, they will obey. They won't argue. They don't care either it gives them pains, because what they want is greater than the pains they may incur in the service. Sawo, èyí fẹ́rẹ̀, gbà tó bá ránṣẹ́ sí ọ, ohun kan ni kí n ṣe. Sawo. My prayer is that this lockdown will not lead us to the trap of Antichrist.
Amen.
Because the lockdown that keep on extending and extending and extending, I don't know. Because right now, many people cannot return to their business because the capital they use for their business has gone. Many people cannot buy materials for workers to start working again. In fact, after this lockdown, many will go for loan. Loan will be too much. Go and market, because they will need money to start afresh. Many that lock their shop, their job has been looted. They can't go to where there's shop. Nobody to call. What is happening in our shop? Their offices are being looted. By the time they return, they need to start from scratch again. And very soon, big supermarkets, people, not even armed robber, people will find their way into it and loot there because of hunger. In fact, police will not be able to stop them because of hunger. The way we are going. So the present condition we are now and we are facing now, everybody should beg and ask for mercy of God intensively, or else it will be terrible at the end. So that is why we need to beg God more. This is not the time to joke. This is not the time to play. This is not the time to wait. This is the time we need to be desperate about rapture, about heaven, about salvation, about Holy Spirit. This is supposed to be our desperation now. Because if we don't do it now, a time is coming, it will be too late. You will try other, but it won't work. I remember maybe 3-4 years ago on internet, I stumbled on a video of a man that has been in wilderness, or I don't know, there's mountain there, there's cave there, in the bush for almost 18 years. All his beard is long, bushy, all those things. They interviewed this man. Why are you here alone? He said, I'm here to start learning how to live without money. How to live without money, to feed without money, because of the kingdom of Antichrist that is coming. He's practicing how to live under the kingdom of Antichrist without collecting the mark, without money, without anything. Even both me and everybody that watch that video, they see that man as a madman. But right now, either it is the man that is mad, or we that will love him that is mad, he has come to now. Because if care is not taken, people will live with that man. Because even though you go to your village to farm, don't forget you will need matches, torchlight, right? But this man is living without torchlight, matches, or whatever, and he's living in the bush. He doesn't want to touch money, because it is money that will be the greatest power of Antichrist. Money, because no man will live without money, and that man going to the bush to train himself how to live without money, and he has been here for past 18 years. But I don't know how many years he will be by now. If somebody tell you to go inside bush where you can live without touching money, what will you see to that prophecy or to that command? You will see that person is insane. Very soon. Everybody will regret. That profession I read, he said anybody on the top of the roof should not come down. Anybody of the roof should not. What does that mean? Do you know what it means? That means when this thing will start suddenly, there will be nowhere for anybody to move. The soldier will be too much, not police that will collect bribe. And you will be surprised. Some soldier will be released in some country that no human being has ever seen their face before. They don't even have family. They are not human beings. Demons will transform to be a human soldier, and they are not. Nobody can kill them. Some human being will be built. All those things you see in film, they will do it to our soldiers, and they will be merciless. If you kill them 1,000 times, they will come back to life. Not reincarnating now, their body will come. If you prison them, their body will come together. This film called I don't even remember the name of that American film. Not even Divergent. There are some film like that. That person in that film, if they kill him like this or burn him with fire, he melts. He will come back together and start. But this thing that is coming now, if we thought it may not be like the way this woman is saying it, what if it now be like that? What will you do? What will you do? The best way to prepare for the worst, like I preached last year, I say prepare for the worst. How do you prepare for the worst? Keep yourself holy. Keep yourself rapturing. Forgive as many. Confess your sin. Get closer to God. Make sure every day you live without hurting anybody. And talk to God regularly so that He can recognize you, so that in rapture you will be recognized. Be a closer friend to God. Forget about favorism from man. If you need anybody's favor, now is God. So that if rapture come, you can go. But if you do not go, the hope of escape will be too slim. Because the kingdom of Antichrist has prepared everything that left behind after rapture, never to escape. That is why the killing will not be direct. It will come with torture to death. And if you know what torture to death means, you will never even try it. Torture to death is more painful than somebody shoot you gun, somebody beheaded you. It's more dangerous than that. Torture to death is horrible. In fact, you will see that all what Boko Haram are doing, they are babies to what Antichrist has prepared. So, everybody that have money in accounts, you don't know what will happen. There's a information I received that say that your Pope is inviting all leaders of the world by the month of August for world meeting. You know what that can mean? There's going to be another meeting by May by Pope. What was that going to be? He said he's going to hold the meeting how to save our world planet, how to help our world planet. What that means? To save our world planet from who? From God, Abi. So, if those two terrible meetings will take place this very year, ó ní báwo ni wọ́n ṣe làjà Jésù ọba yẹ, báwo ni wọ́n ṣe làjà bàbá ràn mí lọ́wọ́, òkun nílé ayé, kò sẹ́ni tó lè làjà, ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ Jésù ní a lè fi yege, báwo ni wọ́n ṣe làjà bàbá tó ń sọ̀nà. Stand on your feet. Let us pray. God, it's like the prayer point we prayed yesterday in our morning prayer. He said, God, you find a way in the day of Lot to save him and his children. You find a way in the day of Noah to save him and his family. But find a way to save me from the life. Find a way to save me. Just find a way. If you really want to save me, you can do it. Do it in your own way and save me. Open your mouth and pray. Amen. One more prayer point. You're going to tell God, God, let your blood flush every iniquity that will deny me of rapture. God, prepare me today. Sanctify me and prepare me for rapture. That is the only one prayer request that remains for me. I need nothing more than rapture. God, prepare me and perfect me for it. Open your mouth and pray. Jesus Christ, mighty name. Amen. Oh, to thee, my blessed Savior, I surrender. If you have never given your life to Jesus Christ, do it now. I surrender unto Jesus. I surrender unto thee, unto Thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender all. In Jesus' name. Amen. Heavenly Lord, we bless your name because you are good. We thank you for everything. God, this is the perilous time. The time that the rights are wrong and the wrong are right. Is the time that God take over the day and the wicked people see brighter in the night. Lord, help us.
Amen.
Help us.
Amen.
Help us.
Amen.
Lord, if it's only one person you will save, save us.
Amen.
Save us.
Amen.
Help us.
Amen.
Deliver us.
Amen.
Let your power work for our genuine salvation in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
The grace to obey, permanently obedient, give unto us in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
After knowing all the truth, we shall not join the fool to Christ and put to shame in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
In Jesus Christ's mighty name we pray.
Amen. 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 In Jesus' name.